1 in 7 billion. We are each one being in an ever-expanding universe. Humankind is defined by billions of actions and decisions, of all sizes. The whole is not a constant, but rather a direct reflection of billions of human experiences. The existential crisis of finding the meaning of life has inspired humans for centuries. I recently stumbled upon an essential meaning of my own life, in the most unexpected of circumstances. Last summer, a split-second event changed the course of the next 8 months of my life. I had torn my ACL while playing basketball at the beginning of the summer, and as soon as I found out that I needed surgery, I knew that I had a long road ahead. In the months that I spent recovering after my surgery, I felt that I was facing an internal crisis of sorts. For the majority of my life, sports had defined me, and were a part of my life that I never second-guessed. Without sports, I felt as though a piece of me was missing, and all I wanted to do was go back in time and prevent my injury. I was consumed by darkness and grief, and I often found it impossible to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Over the next several months, I went through physical therapy and I worked harder than ever before, trying to find a way to trust my body again. I had to learn how to walk, run, and jump again, abilities that I had previously taken for granted. My life turned around on January 17th, 2018, 6 months after surgery, when I was cleared to go on my first run. It was just the ridge loop that I had done many times before, but this time was different. I felt elated as I ran up the trail, hearing the grinding of the gravel beneath my shoes and the cool wind whipping past my ears. There was no pain in my knee, and I felt strong from the months of physical therapy that I had done. My lungs burned and my muscles contracted as I pumped my arms and legs back and forth, a feeling that I had missed for so long. As I ran faster and faster up the hill, I left all of my fear and doubt behind me, only focusing on the path ahead. When I finally reached the top of the hill, I was encompassed by a thick fog, filled with mystery and uncertainty. As I stood at the top of the ridge, I realized that just as I am a small being living in this wide expanse of land in front of me, this injury was just one small obstacle that I had to face in the course of my long life. Looking back at the period of time since my injury, I realized that this has been a journey of self-acceptance and self-discovery. Setbacks do not equate to weakness. For the longest time, I felt that because I went through this injury, I could never be as strong as I was before. However, I now understand that without this experience, I would not be who I am today. This injury altered a part of me, therefore altering my very being. But I discovered a new version of myself, one that is more confident and full of more determination than I ever thought possible. When I was finally cleared for sports, I was thrilled, and I knew that I would be successful as long as I approached my life with this new confidence. I now understand that my life is not determined by sports, but rather by who I became when I felt that I had lost a major piece of myself. We are not determined by our struggles, but rather how we choose to adapt and accept each new reality.